Hello, my name is Sophie, and I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, and I think it's important to remind everyone why Puerto Rico needs to be free. If y'all don't know what's going on, the United States regime is illegally trying to start a coup to take over Maduro's reign, considering that they want Maduro's oil. Here's the thing, that's fucking illegal. So what the United States is doing is killing innocent Venezuelans on international waters and trying to get Maduro to kind of hit the United States first. And you're probably like, why the fuck is Puerto Rico involved? Well, after the United States took over being the colonizers of Puerto Rico from the Spanish, the United States has always been in control of our land. And I think it's really important that we acknowledge that the importance of freedom is to say no to being involved in illegal invasions, illegal coups, to having a say in what we do with our land, our people, our government. And I think now more than ever is a perfect time to start doing what Albizu Campos had tried to do for so long, which is free Puerto Rico. The United States is using Puerto Rico as their training grounds to get ready to illegally invade Venezuela. Here's the thing. No one wants to be a part of this. Puerto Ricans for fucking sure don't want to be a part of this. If y'all didn't know, September 20th was the 8th anniversary of Hurricane Maria. This was honestly not talked about enough in the news because Puerto Ricans are always put on the back burner. Even though we're a U.S. colony, we are still not part of the United States. Puerto Ricans are not able to vote in U.S. elections. We are not able to vote who is going to be the next president of the United States, even though the president of the United States is the reason that we are able to get funding, because they are the ones that implement the people that actually assign budgets and shit like that. It's bureaucracy at its finest. I think it's really important that we also discuss that without people fighting for Puerto Rico's freedom, the United States is going to continue to use Puerto Rico to create bloodshed and to continue to try to expand their colonization throughout the world. And I think that's absolutely terrifying. Here are a few tweets that I thought really show why now more than ever Puerto Rico needs to be free from the United States. Here is a tweet from Andrew Padilla. One of Puerto Rico's core purposes as a U.S. colony has always been to facilitate U.S. military interventions among its neighbors in Latin America. 2025 is no different. As you can see, Puerto Rico is right there. And then Puerto Rico's right there. And that's why they believe Puerto Rico is such an important aspect to keeping under the United States rule, because of how close it is to helping them take over spots, different countries like Venezuela. Here's another important tweet. This was from September 17th. The U.S. has already deployed 6 MQ-9 Reaper reconnaissance and strike UAVs at the Puerto Rico airport. These drones will be used to combat drug trafficking in the Caribbean. I want to also state that the drugs are not coming from Venezuela. The drugs are literally coming from across the fucking ocean. And also, the only reason the drugs are getting through is from the point of fucking entry. 91% of the reason why drugs come into the United States is through the port of entry by American citizens. It's literally facts. It's not through a fucking dinghy off the coast of Venezuela. This one is also scary. This was from September 5th, 2025. The Navy of the United States is developing a military exercise with 2 amphibious vehicles and helicopters at Punta Gallartes Beach in Arroyo. The exercise is occurring at the same time that the tensions between Washington, D.C. and Venezuela are increasing around President Maduro. I'm pretty sure this is before the third and the second time the United States illegally bombed 2 dinghies off the coast of Venezuela. I don't know about any of y'all, but I don't want to see where my ancestors are from be a part of any more bloodshed. Puerto Rico deserves to be free. And I know that now more than ever, it is a time to figure out how we can fight against the fascists in Puerto Rico. The United States only cares about Puerto Ricans when they want something. But when Puerto Ricans need something, like, I don't know, construction, some money to help with the fucking electricity that killed thousands of people because of the lack of electricity and water after Hurricane Maria, they're like, no thank you. We're good. It's a lose situation for Puerto Ricans. And yet they're the ones winning. Stealing land, killing people. They're doing whatever the fuck they want. It's not right. I think it's just important to educate ourselves now more than ever about the colonizers. It's important to remind ourselves why Puerto Rico has not been given its independence. It's important why the United States refuses to allow Puerto Ricans to, I don't know, vote for who's going to be the United States president. Kind of something that really impacts them. Also, it's important to acknowledge that Puerto Ricans are paying so much in taxes and yet they don't get any of the benefits. Why is that? Change needs to happen sooner rather than later. And right now, with Trump at the helm, we're being led into another war. Why? Who the fuck knows? But I think one thing's really important. Why should Puerto Ricans fight for the United States anymore when they haven't shown us shit? They haven't shown us fucking shit. So, I don't know. After watching Bad Bunny's concert, it just had me thinking about the importance of Puerto Rico's freedom. And it had me thinking about the importance of deprogramming myself and spreading the awareness on why colonization is so detrimental and why the United States kind of hegemony has ruined so many lives, specifically throughout the Caribbean and Latin America and the Middle East. I'm going to continue talking about Puerto Rico's freedom. I will continue talking about how what the United States is doing against Maduro is fucking insane and ridiculous. We've done so many illegal coup changes. They always end up terribly. What do they end up? I don't know, a fucking genocide, mass dictatorships. Things always go so wrong for the people who are actually living in that country. Just because the United States doesn't live in that country, the government expects them to just suffer. And that's fucking bullshit. And people should be done with that. Because why is it that the United States gets to get away with so much, and yet no one's trying to fucking coup us? Even though it would be desperately necessary for someone to fucking coup the United States. I'm talking to you, Shine Bomb, my queen. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all have any recommendations on Puerto Rican history, the importance of Puerto Rico's liberation, put it in the comments, because I'm fucking done being part of the United States bitch and just warmonger, bloodlust. It's fucking old.